Hello, everybody. This is Vincent. Old man, no, very old man. Remember, I said very old, but that's just physically. That's my age. It doesn't mean mentally. And when I'm saying people are old or very old or extremely old, doesn't mean that your mental capacities are old or very old or extremely old. They're as good as you are. So keep your mind active. Your mind could be like a 25-year old, a physical 25-year-old. Um, Title of what I want to try to get across today is, uh, as a matter of fact, today is Friday. It is 12:35 in Florida, where I'm talking from, and I wonder if I could get this picture a little bit bigger here. Did it do it? It didn't. No, didn't do it. I guess you're going to see what you're going to see. Uh, Not very much. Rare. I don't like what I look like either. But the title of this is, old man killing us softly. There's a lot of different pet peeves I have, and a lot of different things that make older people and younger people, as a matter of fact, angry. And when you get angry and upset, the whole balance of your system gets twisted. If you have blood pressure problems, right, your blood pressure goes up. And if you're an old or very old or extremely old person, that's not good. Could lead to heart attacks, stroke, all kinds of nonsense. Not good. Oh, by the way, let me get this out of the way. Hat, Nittany Lions. Remember, if you remember, the, oh, this is better. All I had to do was move that up. And you could see my turkey neck. That's better. Uh, I was showing you different hats that I've had sitting in the closet, and I just wanted to get some out. Let me get this over with, okay? Do you mind? I hope not. Nittany Lions. I'm pretty partial. Pennsylvania born, Philadelphia resides resided in, and so I'm kind of partial to hats from Pennsylvania. However, I got this hat, Oklahoma Sooners. I don't know how I got it. I think it's like when you wash your clothes and you lose a sock. Every time I open up my closet, I found a hat. I find a hat. This is one I find. Sooners. Didn't they have the Heisman Trophy winner this year in football? And here's one from 1993. I mean, I don't like swearing, but it says U.S. Open. I swear, how did this get into my closet? I have no idea. I never saw a golf tournament, and I was, as a matter of fact, I played golf in an 18-hole course once, and I was thrown off. So you're too slow. We got too many people in back of you. So they say, please get out. You might come back later when it's very dark at night. So I never went back, but I watched it on TV. But U.S. Open 1993, crawled into my closet, and just a couple more. Okay, bear with me. Okay, the last the last one of these I did. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't get a lot of views. I got two comments. One was very, very, very nasty. No telling what people have on their minds. I was ashamed to read it. I wasn't ashamed to read it. I was ashamed for the person that wrote it. I mean, their mind is probably a little bit sick. Sorry. Go see a psycho. This John McManus, a good Irishman. It's my son-in-law. Just turned 70. Oh, I have a son-in-law almost as old as I am. Holy Lord. Oh, be Jesus. Oh, married my first daughter, Faye, wonderful girl. And we could get rid of that hat. And this is the kind of hat that is intriguing. It's intriguing. Jesus Christ. If you believe in that Jesus was the creator, uh, most Christians do. Jesus Christ baseball. Play hard, play clean. It's good. But you can imagine if he was playing for the Phillies. They don't need Bryce Harper. All he has to do is, I think I'll hit this one 700 feet. And there it goes. Oh, what a fantasy. I'm glad he likes baseball. I shouldn't say he. I have no idea. Well, Jesus Christ was a he, but the creator of the universe. Jesus Christ was human. Uh, but the creator, if he is the third person, uh, we don't know. Have no idea. Maybe we'll find out. I hope so. Anyway, getting back to what makes and could make old people old, they're old, very old, and even some young people uh, ill. And I'm serious about this, and it really bothers me. Let me just try to read this. You ever get a bill and you say, "What's this all about?" I think I have to call my credit company. So you call the credit company, and then a voice comes in, and it's nice voice. It's actually a computer generated voice saying, "How can I help you?" Blah blah, and you uh, please pick from the menu one, two, three, four, and it's maybe a billing problem, and you say, "Oh, okay, but make sure that we get to the right person. Let's know a little bit more about you." And blah blah, give your social security number, last four numbers, and they tell you, ask you, uh, what was your mother's maiden name, So you tell them and say, "1 moment," and they go on, and they say, "Okay, but, can you give me the number of your credit card?" And you're just wanna talk to somebody about the bill. So you start saying, "Agent, please, customer service." Uh, "Oh, you want okay, but before we could get you to customer service, we have to know a little mo," and you're saying, "Agent, agent," and then you start to scream, "Agent," and there goes your blood pressure. It gets a lot worse than that. A friend I met a friend tonight who was absolutely red. He said he just went through a whole thing for a half hour, screaming, screaming. I'm sure it's happened to you more than once. What I try to do is just hit zero. When they start asking me questions, I hit zero for operator, and maybe it works, and maybe they get you to an agent. That's number one. But be careful. Don't scream. If you get one of those, try your best. Just try your best. Try not to get too angry. That is a terrible one. Uh, the other thing is, if I can read my own writing, I can. Oh, even just to go back to that a little bit, if you're talking to somebody and you really get somebody and they say, "1 moment while we check this," and then they get, "Oh, just hold, please," and you get loud. music, banging on drums and everything, and your ears are about, your hearing is about to go fall off your head. You ever in a parking lot? Florida has a thing that, the pedestrian has the right of way, which, we understand that. We don't want to kill anybody if you're driving a car. But the pedestrian, you go into some of these places like a mall, uh, a large parking lot. Some people take it for, they assume that you're going to stop. They should never assume that you're going to stop. The thing is, what bothers me, I always stop, okay, as long as my legs are working. But they don't even look. They just step off the curb. They don't look left or right to see if a car's coming. They just assume you're going to stop. And if you have a very old person in the car, you never know how they're feeling, whether they fall asleep, they're dozing off, and then you're dead or maimed for life. So please turn your head, look left, look right. Make sure no cars are coming, then go. If there's a car coming, make sure they stop. So it's another thing that upsets me, especially if I'm the driver. You know, I don't want to hurt anybody, but please look and acknowledge that you see the car. And you could always thank the person for stopping after you go by. That's nice. It's a nice gesture. It's good. Third thing, not so bad, but when you go into somebody's fast food restaurants, do you use fast foods? Yeah, I do occasionally, but you go into a place that's very, very unfriendly. Plastic seats, hard seats. They're telling you even before you sit down, we don't really want you here. We want you to get up, to eat, and get out. There's somebody else waiting for that hard seat. That is bothersome. Why can't they just upholster it something to make you feel comfortable while you're eating so you don't lose your food and your digestive system works properly? That's something that could be upsetting, not terribly, but it could be upsetting. And the fourth and last thing, ooh, I bet you're happy about that. I'm pretty sure you're going through all of these, but don't get too upset about it, especially if you're an old person. You don't want to raise your blood pressure. There's no need to do that. I say that, but I do. I raise my blood pressure and I scream. I've screamed before many times. Uh, very, very fine printing underneath an ad in the newspaper. Isn't that terrific? Real, really fine. You take a look. I have hearing aids, and it, I, I read the ad. It says this week special $795. So I go to this particular. I have to make an appointment, get on the telephone, make an appointment. To go in and they check you, and you're thinking $795. So when they get done, well, your hearing is pretty bad, and I think you need hearing aids. Oh, okay. Uh, so how much is it? Well, let me show you. Take out a piece of paper. Now we have this Genius hearing aid. You ever hear of a Genius hearing aid? I never did, but I did it that afternoon, and it's $9,000. $9,000. Yeah, but for this special, we take $1,000 off. But it's a Genius. If that's too much, we have another one that's 8,000 and something for you that's 7,000. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Do I want to hear that much? I, I'm, I'd rather just say, huh? $7,000. I said, what happened to this ad? $795. Oh, that's only now. If you read this, I said, "No, I can't read it. I gotta go to my eye doctor before I could read that and make sure that I could able to see it." It's only for somebody that has hearing like it's under, 30 decibels. I have no idea what that is. I know it has to do with the intensity of, uh, noise or whatever, that level. So you're way, way above that. So if I buy one that's 6,000, that's not so smart. I mean, it's a dumb hearing aid. It's not a genius. Anyway, that's a lot of them are just like that. A lot of kind of bait and switch. Even these are well-known companies. So get your magnifying glass. Make sure you read the fine print so you don't waste your time calling the company, getting an appointment, then going in and getting surprised and getting angry and say, geez, if I were only 50 years younger. Anyway, there are four things that kind of bother me, and maybe they bother you too. So I titled this "Killing Them Softly," and that is, I mean, if you get angry and get mad and do road rage, you're in the car and you're telling, why doesn't that person look, and I want to run them over and so on, but don't do that. Try to cool it. I know it's hard to cool, but um, one more thing. I told you I wrote a book for the two people that looked at my other my other streams, and I usually ended up the. I've done three of them so far, and much to my chagrin, there's not a lot of people looking at it. But I wish there were more. Maybe I'm not using the right uh, way to get people to see this. And I don't know why, maybe it's just, when you get old, you want to do something, maybe try to contribute something if there's any real contribution at all. But you want to try to make yourself useful. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but I do it anyway. But I told you I wrote a book. This is a first edition of my second edition. And the only reason I have a second edition is because I wrote four or five others that are not in this particular book. But there's one over here that I like to read, and it's called Living Life. And it's kind of sticks to this subject, not killing himself, but old, but getting old and going through life. But let me read this again. I can't memorize all this stuff. So I'm going to read it. There was a time in my life, way before I had a wife, I would roam the streets of the city, drinking beer, eating peanuts, talking nonsense, thinking I was pretty witty. Hey, bartender, fill this glass. Keep 'em coming. Hey, guitar man, just keep strumming. Gonna drink all night. Gonna dance all night. Gonna love all night. Wow. Wake up in the morning when the sun is bright. Oh, yeah, youth is a time when you're mostly mixed up in your mind. And soon adulthood you do find. Isn't that something? Oh, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. There was a time in my life I had a job. I roamed the corporate world, work days, work nights, promotions always in sights. I did my yes, a boss, you got it, boss. It was all for naught. Company was bought, downsized, outsourced, outraged, out the door. Got my shake, hearts did break. Stayed up at night, awake, awake. Wouldn't do it all over again. Couldn't do it all over again. Oh, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. There was a time in my life I had a wife, honeymooning, spooning, looking at the moon. The children, they came, but not too soon. Coming home at night was such a delight. Kids came running, hugging me tight. Daddy, daddy, me and she had a fight. It was such a blast. Alas, they grew up so fast, each going their separate way. Oh, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. There was a time in my life when me and she were all alone, like we are now. Done roaming the city, done working for pay. Time to rest, time to reminisce, maybe even time for fun. Foreign lands we did see, at casinos we did play. We lost, we won. Through it all, we had our time in the sun. Alas, all this time has passed. Almost time to go. Oh, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. I kind of like that. I don't know whether you do. I wish you would comment. Say something. Do you like the poem? Do you like what I'm saying? Do you like me and the one here? Am I too ugly for you? I don't care what you write. Just write something. If you see it, just write. Right. Hey, I looked at your thing. Wow, what a waste of time. Hey, I really liked it. Or, hey, I like this part, but I don't like that part. Maybe that'll help me along. So I guess it's time to end this. And I really wish you good health, good luck, good fortune, long life. Be happy. Don't scream on a telephone. Telephone can't do anything for you. And a robot can't do anything for you either. But who knows? Who knows what's happening in the future, huh? All kinds of jazz. Okay, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. This is Pop Up D. Go on, go on to YouTube. Just go under Pop Up D, and hopefully you'll see this and comment, please. Till next time. Arrivederci. God bless you. Arrivederci. Bye.